The dude Dave.
Oh, the kid with his face painted?
No, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Let Dave
No, that's
come
Eli Ford is the kid with the face painted.
This.
What's up, G? You want to do the next one? Let's do it. I'm gonna throw the timer on.
Let's go. This nigga came to me yesterday and was like asking for advice on how to get. Yeah, that shit lit for skinny.
He just walked out and they just started making noise. People can hear it in the background too. It's cool.
You gonna drop some bars for us, Dave?
No rapping? We already talked about that.
Y'all, come on, man. Y'all gotta get 16.
Oh, no. Dave wins. He's the dude who did the video with Dub. I forgot. Yeah. I got you. You want to come in? We'll start it. Boom. All right. So this is Dave Wayne, who's been on the stream multiple times.
Yes.
Been on the stream multiple times. What's your name, bro?
Illy Bloom.
Illy Bloom?
Yeah.
Yo, I got to put this mic way higher for you than for Jay.
What do I have to look at?
Just look at me.
All right, bet.
Look at us, I guess. You're on camera, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Do I need the headphones?
Headphones help. Sort of gives you an idea of a little bit what it's going to sound like and everything. I mean, the best part right now is that you're not going to hear all the crazy screaming and stuff from that room over there. So, all right, so where are you guys from? Tell me about your come up.
All right, well, I'm from New Bedford, Mass.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah.
Specifically, it's like an hour from Boston. That's where my homie from. He's from Dorchester.
Oh, wow.
So we really coming from like Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rapping the whole Mass. I grew up in Dorchester, Mass. I was born in Cape Verde Islands, so my story, it's a long story. But at the end of the day, I was raised in Dorchester, and I met my partner Dave Wayne in college.
Okay. And so how'd you guys start rapping?
I was already rapping. So like in New Bedford, I was like young and shit, going through some shit. So I started rapping at like 17, 16. I don't really remember, but I didn't really take it serious. And in college, I met him, and he was just like, yo, you can rap. Yeah. You ever been to a studio? And he brought me to like the first real studio I ever been to, and it was like, it was hood. It was a real studio, and it was dope. And since then, we just been rapping. So it was like 2010 when we met.
Okay.
And I really took it serious.
And y'all been hanging out and working on all the music and everything for 8 years?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That should have been a journey, but it's been a good thing too.
How you feel about the rap scene in Massachusetts and shit?
It's growing.
Yeah, go ahead, tell 'em.
It's growing. I think it's growing, and it's worth it's worth it. With people like me coming up and the people I seen, the people I helped put on too, it's like it's def growing, and I think like people from my city getting the hang of it more, and especially Boston already been lit. They got people like Stiz and stuff, and like. So I think it's growing. It's just in that stage. It's young, but we def need somebody to come see it and help push it, because there's no culture really.
A lot of people don't know that Boston. We started out with Guru. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that from back in the day. So
but don't you feel like Guru wasn't really claiming Boston?
Yeah, he got up with New York and started doing his thing.
Yeah, he never mentioned it that much.
People don't know about that, so a lot of people don't embrace Boston when it comes to like hip hop, and that's what we're here to do. We moved here. We lived here for 2 years now. I'm trying to push that. But we definitely, you know what I'm saying, this Boston's what we represent, and Massachusetts in general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, from, New
I'm from Nashville, New Hampshire, right outside.
So we're on the same thing, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put on for that narrow New England area. You know what I'm saying? We have sports, but music.
But it's just crazy because it's like being from New England, it's like, all right, you could drive 4 hours to New York, and then all of a sudden, 4 hours from New York, away in New York, you have like a whole crazy lineage of like hip hop history and everything. Like I got this crazy light of the Greg Lansky.
Guru was part of that.
I feel like New York's strict though. If you ain't really from New York, you can't get down with them like that easy.
Yeah, I lived there for a month. It's not.
Yeah, they tough. They tough.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's cold in New York too.
It gotta be like that.
Massachusetts is cold. I felt like New York's a little less cold.
No, I think it's the same shit. Like
Nah, hell no, bro.
Huh?
Boston is all that shit.
We get all
cold,
like
bro.
the different.
Because I remember I went from Boston to New York to Philly in the course of like a 2-day period. And I remember by the time I got to Philly, I'm like, yo, you go a little bit west and you get a little bit nicer. Like Philly is a little nicer weather-wise in the middle of the winter than Boston or New York. So I feel like and think about it, you keep going west, you keep getting better and better weather. But I mean, it takes a while for it to really kick in. I don't know. I'm not really a meteorologist.
Nah, it was definitely cold out there.
I mean, it's similar enough for me. I like New York. I like to party in New York and have fun. I definitely like the studio vibes out there.
That's better than Boston. About New York, we've been to
our first time really rapping in New York, we met Rocco.
Rocco.
Right before like Future blew up.
Wow, before he sued Future.
This is in 2013.
Yeah.
Before he had all that wave. So we've been putting in the work. We just, I mean, trying to expand a different state and keep it going.
Definitely. What do you? Oh, so how'd you meet my boy Desto Dub?
Yeah, tell him, D.
Well, we was at Complex Con. I went to every Complex Con, but the past one I met.
What do you? Oh, so how'd you meet my boy Desto Dub?
Yeah, tell him, D.
In New York, we met Rocco.
Rocco.
Right before like Future blew up.
Wow,
In
before he sued
2013.
Future.
This is in 2013.
I have a song
Before
with
he
Rocco.
had all that wave. So we've been putting in the work. We just, I mean, trying to expand a different state and keep it going.
Definitely. What do you? Oh, so how'd you meet my boy Desto Dub?
Yeah, tell him, D.
Well, we was at Complex Con. I went to every Complex Con, but the past one I met him like in person for once. I always liked his music. I was hip to Pimp P because of you.
The GOAT?
And, yeah.
It's regular.
It's regular.
It's regular.
We fuck with that.
We
all
was
day.
there.
Pimpin' P
Bro,
did
it's
a
regular.
interlude
On
on
the
Dave
regular.
East album.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Dave East album?
Yes,
that's
Pimpin' P
hard.
did an interlude on Dave East's album. It's
You're saying
fucking
this
lit.
like I'm supposed to believe you, even though it sounds too crazy to
That
believe.
does.
Look right now,
Dave
bro.
East hip.
That's
Yes,
gangster.
I'll play, bro.
No, you don't need to play it, but we're gonna have to check that out
for
later.
that.
That's insane. I need to know about that. That's crazy.
But yeah, we just met him at Complex Con. I showed him mad love. Like, I kept it real with him. I told him I had a song with Perk. I was like, yo, I need help. I don't know how to, like, put this song out. I'm not really big enough to get this on the right platform or to the right people. Could you? And he right away was like, yeah, I got you. And we met up later that night after
Was it
Complex
the next
Con.
day he pulled up for the video?
That was like the last day of Complex Con. Or actually, yeah, that was the last day of Complex Con.
Because we sent y'all the video too, I'm Rich.
Yeah, the shit that we
loved your
played on stream and
reaction,
shit, yeah.
Because you wasn't in it? Nah, that was the next one. The
Oh,
other
okay.
one. You was in it, and then like, we was
Oh,
home
right.
watching that shit. That
No,
shit
because you can
was
see my
dope.
bald spot in the back, right?
Nah, you fly.
I said you
Gotta
fine.
cover that, man. We can't.
I had a
Can't be
little
exposing
something,
that.
a little lightness back there, man.
Nah, you with the shits.
I'm gonna have to be in Bosley for 6 months to get fucking this whole thing filled in, bro.
I feel like you're about
Bosley
to do
camp.
like a big hair surgery.
I might, bro.
You should.
I might just flex on him
Look
with a
at
new
Tory.
hairline.
Tory
yeah.
came back. Like,
Tory inspired me. His
he
hairline
should.
was fucked up. He got it all fixed up. He comes back in, but to be honest, it's different for black dudes because their hair is just totally different. It's like, you know, Tory just got like a line. Like, I don't know what I would have to do to make my shit look like appropriate in the front.
you just did a GQ interview. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out, man.
Okay, but that's a GQ interview for an overall article about GQ. It's not like I'm gonna be on the cover of GQ. Which, although I think if she's still listening, that would be a good idea.
That would be a good idea.
I would support that in all capacities. Yeah. Can you imagine being on the cover of GQ? You gotta be like really popular to do that.
Yeah, Adam 22.
I can imagine that
Hangs
shit.
out.
Can you picture my boy Dave on GQ? You know what I'm saying? He's like a fashion guru too, so that's another part of the music.
You got a little bit of that Jay Critch look. You ever hear that? No, not you. Him.
Yeah, for sure. Light skin look.
What's popping on the East Coast right now? Like, who's the hottest right now?
East Coast, like, what do you mean East Coast? 'Cause
Like the East
like
Coast.
Boston or
Just
Like,
yeah,
what we fucking with,
yeah,
what we
Boston,
listen to?
New York, like the East Coast, Philly. Like, what's the hottest shit right now?
shit, we fought like Meek Mill just straight off the Philly.
let me
like,
keep
for
it-
the streets. Oh, yeah,
To
let
be
me go
real
on
with
Honda
you, like
Street.
when you get deep, I feel like the most hip people in the streets that I mess with that like try to talk to me about music, they're listening to Roddy.
Roddy?
Rich.
Roddy Rich, but everybody talking
He's
about him like
getting a
crazy.
lot of love, and it's probably like he said, and people like Meek Mill and all
Yeah,
that.
like the
so they got
streets. We
that
fuck.
shit
We
on
still
lock.
fucking with the streets in the West Coast. Like we fuck with everything. We embrace everything. But like Boston, people love Meek Mill. It's like we listen to a lot of Future. Like you said, Rowdy. Money Bag.
Ooh,
Yeah,
They
they
love
love
Money
NBA.
Bag.
They love NBA.
Yeah,
Young boy
love
and the
NBA, young
Bean.
kids. Young kids love NBA for sure.
So all that street vibe is definitely like dominant in Boston, definitely from where we from,
Yeah.
from that perspective. But East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Like lyricism, I mean, is definitely gonna be more dominant, of course. But we embracing everything.
Yeah.
Who do you actually feel inspired by on musical tip that actually makes you want to get in the booth?
There's a lot, but
It's different for both of
mean-
us, I would say. Go ahead, Dave.
the main person like that made me ever like think I could just rap was probably 50.
Oh wow.
And then from 50, Lil Wayne, because like
Yeah,
Lil Wayne made
okay.
it look easy. And then just, seeing people like Drake make it, I'm light skinned and shit. I was like, yeah, I got a shot. I'm gonna go
Did
for
you
it.
think that there was no lane for the light skinned at a certain point in your career?
No,
No, that's not
never.
true.
Because people like Chris Brown were dope, even though they sang.
But he wasn't
even
dominating
for,
rap.
as a rapper, like I mean, there's a lot. I
Yo,
don't
we
know.
felt comfortable when Drake came in. Tell him the truth. Like, we was
Yeah, like, we was in
especially-
college, so he helped the clout with us, like, cause Drake was like a good dude. So, but even though we really from the street, like
Right, we from the streets,
that
but we
good
still
dude look,
smart.
It was dope to like vouch for Drake, cause it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he reminded me of my myself.
We
Just
educated
went
street
diamond, man.
niggas.
Bro just went diamond.
That's crazy that Drake could have come in the game and be so poppin' that he could change the texture of like what race is considered cool. You
But
know?
I was fucking with Max
he
B too.
definitely
Like Max B
Oh,
was
Max
like
B is the
way
god,
Afraid to
yeah,
wave
yeah.
God. Afraid to
I'm
wave
Cape
God.
Verdean, so you know what I'm saying? Like,
Max B was one of our biggest
like
influences.
him and
ever.
French, like they pulled up in
him and
Boston and
French.
all that.
Really?
But as a Max B fan, it was such a short ride because right as he started getting popping, boom, they caught his. Oh man,
Right.
actually, that shit is so crazy to think about because the Max B shit is a lot like the 6ix9ine shit. Like he was really at the height of,
Well,
but
French
6ix9ine
compared
got
him to
bigger.
6ix9ine. You
French
seen
did
that, right?
that.
French compared him to it
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I thought that was
So-
interesting because I never thought about it till like that. And actually, I just said it like I thought of it, even though I did see that clip you're talking about. But no, that totally happened. It was like Max B, Bobby, and then 6ix9ine. All the biggest stars that started popping off in the last like 10, 15 years. Boom, they get them. They're going to get
down.
Cardi for something.
Something.
Oh, shit.
Back taxes when she was stripping and shit.
They're going to be like, Cardi, you sold some pussy 10 years ago? Let's go. You're in.
Back taxes for when she was stripping.
Wait, 10 years ago, she would have been like 15. I'm going to change that up. Let's say 5 years
Too
ago.
lit, Cardi too
Also,
lit.
I do not think she did that. Let's just be super
Yeah,
clear.
Cardi don't sell pussy. Man.
Hell no.
Nah.
Nah,
I
Cardi
remember
too lit.
Cardi when she was a stripper. I used to go to New York just to go to strip club. Cardi was a real person. She's dope.
fuck with her. I
like
love her
aura and
success.
the way she came up. It just seems real. Even with that VH1 shit, I still think it was like because I seen her before VH1. It was like she's a real dope just individual.
She's just being herself. She's
Yeah.
killing it by being herself. A lot of artists don't get to just be themselves. Like
Yeah.
Well,
You know
we're
what I'm
trying to be
saying?
ourselves too. Like we said, we educated street niggas. Y'all like we went to the school and all that, but you know what I mean. That's like what we are. We trying to show people that it's okay to be yourself too. Like you know, even though
Real
we
talk.
came from the block and all that, like
Yeah, real talk.
we still did the school shit, and then we don't like. You know what I mean, we don't like look down on that or. You know what I mean, it's like whatever you want to be, it's okay.
And what's y'all like? What's your dream collab like? What is the dream collab? Yeah.
Future for me.
Future and Thugger right now.
Dad, we
like,
both would definitely agree.
like,
Over the Gun and Baby? You take
Hell yeah. But I still love Gunna and Baby. I feel like Gunna and Baby
Tell
though. I
them
feel
why,
like I'm
though,
right
yeah.
here with them. Like, but
Okay.
Future and Thugger, they on
We
some
came up
legendary
on
shit.
that shit. I came up on Future like when before like you know what I'm saying. He came Future when he was still fucking with Gucci. Like the whole Gucci branch. Like that's what birthed our shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely Gucci's a big
what was it?
influence,
Beast mode
like,
for y'all? What was y'all favorite?
ooh.
Streets calling. You probably don't even know
yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
don't
go
know about that.
back
It's
to, like,
Hakeem.
when
You
talk
knew.
about Future, like
Got
I
money
get
on my
real.
mind.
But like, yeah, Beast Mode is like, was it Beast Mode?
Beast Mode was
Or was
crazy.
it
Yeah.
Monster?
Monster
Monster
was
was
crazy.
Monster.
That
Monster
started it.
started off the
Monster
whole
started
new
it.
wave, which is
That got people hip, you know.
For sure. Yo, all right. So we hit the 11 minutes. I appreciate you guys for coming in for sure, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
this
bro.
was dope.
It's
Hey,
dope
you.
getting to have a conversation after
Fuck
seeing you
with
guys
you,
on
Adam.
stream mad times and shit, bro.
You already know. I'm gonna get you
Yeah.
that perp record ASAP.
Oh, yeah, no doubt,
Yeah,
bro.
we have to vibe and all that.
We got a vibe.
Yeah.
Let us know, man. Appreciate you guys so much representing New England and everything.
Already.
Gang.
Boston.
Thank you guys for real.
I think you might be doing the nicest thing in rap for niggas right now.
You think?
Yeah, low key. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, huh? Just having people come through and just.
oh, how you doing?
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Hello.
How you
Let's
guys
click.
doing?
Okay. Start recording.
Gotta put the earphones on, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a good idea. All right, so who are you guys?